I'm with Kyle Wiltshire, CEO of TESTA. So, Kyle, thank you for joining us here at Sigma Asia 2026. Let's start with our first question. It's about crowdsourcing testing. How do you see crowdsourced testing reshaping the way gaming companies approach product quality?
So crowdsourcing testing, and crowd testing as we call it, it enables you to get information you may not have had before. So at the last mile, you can see what a gambling website or app actually looks like to a real user with a actual device off a local cell tower, internet service provider in the market. A lot of quality testing happens in kind of a lab under certain strict conditions. We help kind of see what things look like in the real world. So say a payment method, we're going to be using a real bank account, a real credit card. It's not going to be just some sort of technical check.
Now, moving forward with quality assurance now, how do you see AI and automation influencing Q&A in gaming?
It's changed quite a lot. So now with AI engines, a lot of what is traditionally done in QA can be automated, done faster, done better. So I think a lot less people and a lot less time is needed. Companies can get things to market faster, have less defects, as long as they're kind of the known things to check for. What we do is we have that additional information. So AI is not going to help you understand if something is translated well or if how the people in the market compare in terms of game performance or speed. These are the types of things, the additional data that we can add on to a product development QA type of discipline. So we're not seeking to replace anything, we're looking to add with additional information and hopefully learn these things faster instead of waiting for users to complain or wondering why share isn't being gained or what's kind of coming short in the market.
With added information, obviously added challenges as well too. Let's talk about technical challenges. What are the biggest technical challenges in testing payment systems and compliance technologies for iGaming?
That's a great one. The biggest challenge, I think, for operators is that these systems, when you test them, you're kind of just using some sort of simulation. Like, okay, send this code assuming the payment goes through, but it's not real money moving through the system. So where we can help is we're going to have a real person, a real bank account or credit card or whatever their payment method may be. We're going to be able to see how this looks from the beginning all the way to the end, from deposit to withdrawal. What does it show up on their bank statement? How long does it take between depositing and, say, getting a two-factor authentication or whatever it may be? Operators are currently a little blind on the parts that they don't control. And like I said, when they work with their payment providers, they're kind of simulating payments. They're not actually running real money through the system. So we can get real people on the ground to show, hey, this is what it looks like in the real world, not a simulation.
It's nice to hear this established framework here, but building trust is another factor to consider. What role does Q&A play in building trust between operators and players in markets where skepticism about fairness is quite high?
That's another great question. I mean, a big part of our work, especially in the early days, is just being a neutral third party. So sometimes two partners, operator, provider, or something like that, they're not going to agree on a problem that may be reported, right? Be it game performance or payment failures, something. We can kind of act as that neutral third party where we have no skin in the game. We're going to get 4 or 5 people in a market to test something out, put that information together, maybe even test competitors so they have an actual benchmark. We can put that together and then we can say, this is working, this is not, this is what we found. And most importantly, sometimes we can tell the stories. So a lot of executives, they face tons and tons of data and charts. We can show a few videos from real people on the ground and see what does this actually look like start to finish. And there's usually some surprises there. Sometimes people are convinced that something's broken and it's fine. Sometimes it's quite the opposite. So,
Lots of insights. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Wiltshire, CEO of TESTA. Once again, thank you.
thanks for having me.